All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of the Iron Lions campaign of Cyberpunk Red. As you can probably see, we're a bunch of VTubers that are running this as part of Extra Life. And if you don't know what Extra Life is, it's a children's charity event where all the donations go towards helping out local hospitals and communities, especially the kids. And today is especially important because, it is Extra Life Day, and we also have a Yancha invading the
Oh
chat. We'll
no!
fix that
Oh
in a
no!
second.
The alignment.
Hey.
It's all going to. God,
Oh
the
dear.
simulation's breaking
The
down.
alignment.
But yeah,
My
Hey,
immersion.
there's a Choco Checks raid.
yeah, there's the
Hey.
Choco raid. Excellent. All right,
Extra Lions raid. Woo!
I had a
Extra
monologue
Lions.
here. Now it's gone. Where was I?
Sorry. Okay, go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Right. So
My
today's Extra
immersion.
Life Day. If you want to get those donations, today is the day to do it. You can get the links to that below the stream, and if someone drops the Extra Life command in chat. Let's
do
see. In terms of reminders, today again is the finale, and of course we have special guest Yancha. Yancha, if you'd like to say hello. Well, I hear her smiling. I see her smiling.
hear
I
her
can't hear her.
I do too. I can hear it. It sounds
Hello?
like mouth noises. No, I don't hear anything.
Oh God! All right. Well, apparently we have technical issues. We'll figure those out eventually.
It's
The other-
it's fine, right?
It's probably just her audio input because we all hear each other. No problem.
I'd also like to point out that Yancha showing up completely ruined the immersion.
Oh,
and
you
is
know.
now taking over Yuma's spot in the map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
Hey, you was now in my spot.
just
yeah, it's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those things that we'll fix it in post. What else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So again, this is sort of a reminder that we did take off the kid gloves about 2 sessions ago, and if you can't tell by Yancha's special guest appearance, today is going to be a little bit interesting. Especially because things like betrayals and failed love affairs and more await our edge runners. But with
boy.
that said, let's go around and have everyone introduce themselves and their characters, starting with Irie.
Hey everyone, I'm Mari. I'm playing Demi Slide. She is a nomad of the pack slide, and she is a complete daredevil. She loves racing and just driving recklessly.
All right, Yuma, you're up next.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yuma Yamano, and I am the leader of the Iron Lions. And the character that I am playing is Boss, who is based off of myself. Well, my VTuber avatar that you can see on the screen right now. So everything that she does is basically exactly reflected in my facial expressions and all that stuff because she looks exactly the same. And yeah, she is a what are we called? Exotic.
Exotic,
Exotic.
Yeah,
What
Boss
are we-
and I are.
There we
Boss and I
go.
are exotics.
Yeah, exotic. She's kind of green. She doesn't really know what she's doing, and she is a former member of a different band, and now she is trying to make a name for herself outside of that band.
Makes sense. Up next, we have Case.
Hi, I'm Case. I play as Alcove. I'm the guy who's supposed to know things, but apparently I don't know as much as Celadon because I've not played Cyberpunk as much. So.
All right, and certainly
But I
last but
can
not
know how
least,
to BS my
Celadon.
way through it.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off, but
That's
yeah.
fine.
Next, Celadon, what do you got?
I'm Celadon, and I am playing Phoenix, the Netrunner. She is recently joined the party, helped them get out from a bunch of crazy shenanigans, and now she's dealing with the fact that she's trying to do what she can to hopefully get her own things, like her own personal effects, without having to worry about all of the loss. But now things are a little bit stickier as far as the situation is concerned.
All right. And let's see, Yancha, did you figure out your sound settings yet?
Hello, can you hear me?
We
Yeah.
can.
Yay!
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My mic was muted earlier.
Okay.
That would do it, yeah.
We're all professional, I swear.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Yes.
But
Hi
yeah,
everyone. I am Yancha, or Yancha Gogo in full. I am an NPC. Hello.
Oh, well, I
But
mean,
today I am ascending from the NPC role as an actual
whoa.
character, doing a cameo as the heiress of Arasaka, who is I don't know if you guys might know, but I am set up as a sort of a villainess for you guys.
I'm so excited. I'm like,
What a
Wink, wonk.
twist.
Wink, wink, wink. Or
Wink,
is
wink,
it?
nudge,
Bonus
nudge.
Yacha?
I don't know.
Or is it?
Like dream
Or is
things.
All right.
But I
so,
am.
what I would say is let's actually do the intro real quick, or the intro vid, and then when we come back, I'm gonna fix the overlay because right now everybody's out of place. But yeah, let's go ahead and run that intro.
Touch the forbidden treasure.
At this point, I've just gotten to, oh god, what is it now?
Yeah. All right. So as I fix the cameras for everybody, who would like to do a recap of basically what's happened so far? I will award a special bit of let's give you a reroll or an extra luck point or two if you guys want to basically detail what's happened up to this point.
Oh, all right. I'll give it a try.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did you want me
Believe
to
in you, Yuma.
exit? Did you want me to exit the voice chat?
No, you could stick around.
No, you're fine.
I think you're good.
Yeah.
So as so the leader of the Iron Lions, boss, and her motley crew have done a few things. Gone through a bar, ran into the Azumi Macelots in that bar. We're sent on a few missions from a couple of different people. Shoot, I don't have the details in front of me. I have to get my notes. But what was her name now? I'm gonna find it. Bells, yes, Bells assigned us a mission to go and explode a supplier of Emerald City. Is that right?
Yeah,
All
which
those
was a
Yes,
new
that-
drug
yes.
that was rising up.
Yes, it was a new drug that was rising up, and then we went and did that. This was given to us by Mr. Johnson. The source was Yellow Brick Road and all these Wizard of Oz references. I got a bunch of phone numbers. Case got a hat, or not Case.
I did get a hat.
Oh, yes.
I remember that, and Demi drifted some sick drifts. Yep. We went to a 812.
Yes, the 812.
Met with the girl, the cashier girl who works there. She has a twin sister, and she was just filling in for her twin sister. We met old lady Babushka and her bodyguard, who had like some sick old school weaponry. What else happened? Oh yeah, we saw a very important character, Templar.
Arya.
No, not Templar. What was her name?
Arya.
Arya. Yeah, Arya.
Yeah,
So
Arya.
she is very tall cybernetic lady who is helping us at this point. But that's a bit of a like I'm getting ahead of myself. So we then went to the night market. I don't know if I'm doing this in the wrong order. Which one happened
No,
first? I
you're
think
still
night market
in
was
the right
after.
order.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
we're going.
We went to the night market, met up with Seldon's character, Phoenix, and then ID, or I keep on using like VTuber names. Demi got her car fixed, but also not fixed. But fixed, not fixed. By some nomads who were there, and I got my suit tailored there. We got a new mission by this random person who was getting some food, and we were like, okay, let's go and do this mission. It was a setup from the beginning. We were warned by Templar, who's the tailor who did that, to that we were going to be set up. We were set up. So we went to go and do the mission. We dressed up as exterminators to go and do that mission, and then we got in. Turns out the thing was the game was rigged from the start, and so the animal we were trying to save was dead, or either we killed it or it was already dead, and we ended up converting Bells to our side temporarily, and probably made a supervillain out of what's his face,
Whistles, yeah.
Whistles, yeah. Phoenix almost died from getting brain hurt.
Brain hurt.
Brain hurt.
Uh-huh. And now we're kind of on the run because Demi's car almost exploded. We were being tracked, and now we are. We found Arya again in the 812, and we now have met her in her underground bat cave.
Very nice. You may have. I will give you 10 extra luck points for this session.
Whoa!
And what I would say
Oh,
is that's a party pool of 10 luck points that anybody can
Nice.
use.
Okay,
Let's
party
go.
pool. I was
Way to
very
go.
concerned. I
So
still am, but
So before I say
tried.
anything else, I do want to say thank you to Eric Kuhn and Jason Weimer. Thank you so much for those $25 donations to Extra Life.
Oh, nice.
Thank
for
you
the
so much.
children.
Yes, for the kids. All right.
Yay!
For the
so-
kids.
Saving the kids $25 at a time.
Hey.
Yep. All right, so let's bring it on in. So we open up the setting the session today with all of you in what is essentially the quote unquote Batcave of Arya. And it is what you would expect of a Batcave. You have LED screens that show a multitude of different camera feeds, different bits of graphings that seem to project different things going on in Night City. There's various sort of readouts on things like you would find in the news, and it's sort of like highlighting different words and almost doing like a Beautiful Mind style thing, if you've ever seen that movie, where it's kind of doing like the ribbons, virtual ribbons between bits of data, and more or less just establishing that what Arya has here is kind of a big deal. Like, she has the big information, if I had to put it plainly. You all have come here after you were, of course, discovered that you were being tracked, and that you were more or less given a choice that either you could work for the police, Night City PD, and possibly get out of the thumb of a certain Arasaka member, or you could track down Arya and hope that she, in her anti-Arasaka stance, would help you out. And it seems that she's definitely on board with the helping you out, because she's already handed out a few goodies. But where we actually start the actual scene proper is all of you are around a small round table, maybe about the size of a standard office desk. So what is that, about 3-4 feet across? In the middle of it is a holo projector, and projected up from the middle of it is an image of the Arasaka supercarrier that is currently sitting off of the coast of Night City. And Arya sort of points at it and says, "Well, this is problem. Don't get me wrong, I have ways of dealing with big ship, but problem is I do not have gear I used to. I mean, this is nice," and she motions around, obviously, at the cave, "but I have nothing on me that would allow me to sink such a vessel. But I have ideas. Where to begin? And she sort of rummages through a bit of paper she has in front of her and says, "Ah, yes, here." And what she does is she sort of swipes away the image of the supercarrier, and in its place, you see an image of Night City. And it sort of zooms in and rotates, kind of cool sci-fi-ish. It zooms in and rotates until you see what is essentially a bit of suburb on the northern end of the city. And there's just this little red moving dot on it. And Arya points at the dot and says, "So, is not exactly giant RPG or giant nuke, but I think if we are stealing this convoy here, we are able to strike blow against Arasaka, or at least piss off whoever it is that is from the Arasaka family, which, truth be told, is all I really care about."
Hmm.
Do we know what's in it?
Let's just say apparently whoever is on that carrier has very interesting taste in food, as I am understanding that is not just real steak, but is actual real food flown in from eastern United States.
Oh.
Whoa, real
wow.
food. Real food sounds familiar. Whoa.
You have that
just-
small bit of steak we had.
That's
imagine
a small
that,
bit of
but
steak
a
in the
lot.
night market. Oh
Yeah,
man.
imagine that, but a lot.
That sounds pretty tempting. I mean, wait. So
Hmm.
we're not going on there to get the food, right? That's not the point. The point is to blow up the thing. But can we eat the food first?
I mean, to be blunt, I don't care what you do with food. If you are able to steal it and eat it yourself, go right ahead.
Do we have a place to
Hmm.
put the food? Do we have like a cooler in the car if we need to?
No, I don't think we have a cooler. on the
Cool in
phone.
the car, just like going on a picnic. All right.
Yeah, that's totally exactly what we had planned. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean-
yeah, yeah.
Why
don't
would I
know,
have
you
a
were
cooler
thinking
in
of-
my car? Do I look like I have food to keep in my car?
That's fair. Most things are kibble anyway, so
Exactly.
kibble
So
cereal.
wait, what do we have to do exactly?
Well, it's very simple. You either destroy or capture convoy and make sure that apparently whoever is on that carrier does not get their fancy meal. It's very low-level jab, does not actually do much in grand scheme of thing, but it makes me feel better, which is what is important.
That is
Understandable,
important.
Yeah.
Well, I
Very
mean, Arya did help
sorry.
us a lot, and I think we should do it.
Yeah, for sure. Even if it's just to like pay off the fact that we have somewhere to even stay tonight is kind of a big deal to me.
I'm glad you all see reason. For that, I actually have a surprise. And she goes
Oh.
below the table, and you hear her, like, pull out something that's underneath the table. There's a loud clunk. And she comes back up and puts it on the table, and what it is quite literally a RPG, like a disposable RPG.
Oh,
Oh,
says-
wait, like a game?
No, like...
no, like a rocket launcher.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
rocket
I
launcher.
see.
Like a rocket-propelled grenade.
Yes,
Yep.
I shall destroy them. Use the power of Dragon Quest VIII.
Legend of Dragoon PS1, the original.
Skies of Arcadia.
I may or
It's
may
the
not steal
HD
that in-
remake.
Skies of Arcadia.
I may or may not
Oh.
figure out a way to bring in Dragon Quest now, but anyway, so the RPG goes on the table, and Arya says, "I don't know which of you is best shot, but I figure you could use that when taking down convoy."
Who does have the highest?
Ooh, I
gunship?
mean, Debbie's eyes immediately shine when she sees that. It's like, oh my god, is that really
Star Eyes.
Oh,
literal star eyes?
Let me see.
mine is a
What is
3.
mine? Mine's a 4.
mean-
Marksmanship?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3.
marksmanship.
But I mean,
Wait, I have 4? Like I have slightly better marksmanship?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
I'm
Well,
built
it's
for
probably a
driving,
good thing
but
because
I have a
I am
13.
pretty good with
That's
explosives.
13. Okay, you can take it. So
Hold up. What?
wait, how the hell do you have a 13?
That's based on the stats, based on what was in the pre-gen.
Oh, you're talking about.
Oh, I see what
inclusive.
you're doing. You're adding your reflex onto it. Okay, I was very confused there for a
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, then
If
I
I
have
add my
12.
reflex, I have 13 as well.
Yeah, I was about
Oh,
to say,
adding
like, why are
reflex.
people talking about like 3s and 4s? I'm like,
Because
I'm pretty
this is
sure
that's
everyone
what
has a
We're talking
double
about
digit
base
in
skill.
it.
We're talking about base skill and stuff.
Yeah. All right. So
Well, yeah,
that's
you said
confusing.
Then I have an
marksmanship, but
8,
mine's just
yeah.
a total. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
so
if
now
you
that
go into
we've-
the
Now that we've established that, the only thing I would say is that Demi probably can't one-hand drive and fire the RPG at the same time. Like,
Oh
The
yeah,
passenger's probably
okay,
gonna be
we're
the one that
gonna
fires
do
it.
that. Oh, okay. Oh,
We're
that's
gonna
nice.
drive
On
by.
the
It's very
move.
Mad Max. Very Borderlands.
Yes,
On the moon?
I can't wait. No, on the move.
Oh, move.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, spoiler.
yeah, the Moon campaign's a different campaign.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, if you didn't already know, the Moon is actually in play, or at least space is in play in Cyberpunk universe.
Yep,
Not really
yep.
touched on, but it is in play. Anyway, so as you all are fawning over the rocket launcher, Yuma, you get a phone call. And I would
Uh-oh.
remind you that nobody calls in this day and age.
Nobody
And
makes
the
a phone
number-
call.
The number is not
Oh, no.
listed. It does not tell you who is calling.
Okay, so whoa, I freak out because I feel a
I'm
vibration
think-
in my pocket, and I'd be like, "That's never happened before." and, what? So I pull it out, and I like put it in the middle of the thing. I'd be like, "Do I answer it?" Nobody ever calls me. Like, which
Can you make sure we're not being traced to it?
Two in one night, you might as well.
I look over to Arya and be like, because if we are traced, then it would ruin her position most of all as it buzzes. Are you okay with me answering this, or should I go upstairs, or what would you like me to do?
You should probably go upstairs and answer it. I have a feeling if someone is actually calling you, it is very important.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head upstairs. So I'll take the phone with me and head up the elevator. I don't know how fast the elevator goes, but I'll play
it goes
elevator
at the speed
music.
of plot. So let's actually focus in on Yuma here. So Yuma, you go up the elevator again.
Does anyone want to
Batcave
come with
style.
me, or?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Is anybody going with Yuma?
I guess I can come. If I don't know, like
Unless you wanted to fawn over the
boss,
RPG.
This boss like they make any motions like motion like with her head like to follow or anything like.
I think that it's more she's just like confused, so she'll just be like, like when you receive a call and you're not sure if you should like leave the dinner table or if you should
right
yeah, kind of doing one of those give me a second, and then I'll start walking towards
I think you should I personally think that we would just stay.
Just let her go.
I think out of anybody that would actually follow, it would probably be it'd probably be Alcove, because at this point Phoenix is probably just gonna look at Arya like, hey, you get any Tylenol?
Okay.
Something for this headache.
She's still hurting.
All
right.
Maybe some patches.
I will leave the door open for Al in case Al wants to come with.
Okay, she going with her or no?
Yeah, sure. Sorry,
right.
my Twitch just killed itself for a second, and I'm having to deal with ads again.
No, you're fine.
That's fine. All right.
Ads.
So, Alcove and Boss, you guys get into the elevator and go up into not the stratosphere, but up into sort of the underground area of Night City, eventually passing through the sewers and underground until you are once again in the 812. And when the door opens, the sort of pseudo fake freezer cooler that you step out of, you notice that Brittany is still at the counter, and she just doesn't even look up at you as you sort of walk past, just sort of nods. But Yuma, you get another buzz. This time it's twice as urgent.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna hold it in front of my face and press and look around for the button that answers the call, and then press the button that answers the call, and then kind of hold it half between me and Alcove, so that we can both hear and be like, yeah.
All right.
Because I don't know how to answer phone calls.
Fair enough.
Okay, here we go.
And Yancha, I believe this is your moment to shine.
Oh,
so I'm
my
gonna let you take the game
God.
master spot for a bit.
Here it goes.
Sure. Hello, boss. How are you doing?
Oh my god. I try to cover it, and I look at Al like I'm like not verbally communicating, but just like eyes wide, looking at the phone and then looking back at him like, dude, like
answer.
I'm
Say
fine.
hello.
Hi, how are you? Are you even able, like, is this okay that you're how are you doing? Why are you doing, like, what? How come you're calling me? I thought we weren't supposed to talk anymore.
Okay. Here's the thing, boss. I need you to be alone right now. If you are not.
Okay. Give me a second then. I was trying to talk to
Maybe we
you.
should have done this on the elevator.
Okay, well, give me 1 second. Okay, so I'll look at Al and I guess shrug and be like, okay, I guess I got to take this by myself. So
I'll step back a bit as far as I can in the elevator.
Okay. Takes a deep breath and then puts the phone up into normal non-speaker mode. Hello?
I appreciate it. So,
Okay.
I just have to say that you and your little gang has been nothing but trouble for me recently. And here's the thing. Boss, I know that we aren't supposed to be talking anymore. And we have not talked in a while as well. But I'm not saying that I miss you or anything.
Hard stop.
Yeah.
Like characters speak like not saying this out loud, but she tenses up and like basically holds her breath for a little bit. What are you saying? Like you like, well, my friends and I, we're just trying to make our way. We're trying to just survive by taking some missions and trying to make some money, but we're not trying to get in your way or anything like that.
Well, how about this? I know that you have a very, I don't want to say important, but someone who have my eyes on. And speaking of missions, I have a proposal for you, boss.
Okay.
Bring me one of Arya's special tech because I would like to maybe make that as a leverage for me.
So
And Arasaka. And if you could help me, that would be very, very wonderful.
where is this coming from? Is this because are you like, we haven't talked in a really long time, and now we, meet up with this lady who's been nothing but kind to us, and you want me to betray her for what exactly?
You're not okay.
I mean, this isn't the kind of proposal I was expecting.
Here's the thing, though. I want you back by my side. And to do that, and for what's best for the both of us and your little gang, you're going to do what I'm telling you to do right now. How did I know about all of this? Because I have eyes. And yeah, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Don't take up this mission from me, and everything's just going to get harder for you from here on out.
I see. All of the problems that we ran into before, all of the things with HL HHL HHL how, like, all of that has been cleared up? Are you still under your family's like they tried to tear us apart? They didn't want me to be with you, so how do I know that that's just not going to happen again?
Because this time I'll make sure.
Oh.
And if you get me what I want, that can help me shoot myself to the top. And I'll be able to do what I want that way. with you by my side. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I mean, it
Of
would.
course it is. I mean, it is us we're talking about. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't missed you too.
Great.
right.
So, am I going to take that as a yes?
I'll do my best.
Well, make sure that your best is what it takes then.
All right.
And I hope you don't disappoint me because I'd really want this to work out for us.
And because I like dramatic tension, I'm going to say the call actually stops there. But Yancha, stick around because you could make more cameos in person. So I'm just going to take over my spot back in the
Sure.
overlay.
God.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Yuma.
That's the best.
Yuma, that just happened.
That
What do you
just
do about it?
happened.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Bruh.
I'll do my best and see what happens with my best. And what my best is I guess we'll find out what we do.
Bruh.
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 What
Okay.
a roll.
I stare at the phone for a little bit, and then I look over. I assume Brittany's Brittany's still not looking at me, but I look over to Alcove and see if he was listening to me or watching or.
Oh, I was definitely listening in.
And Alcove, I would
That's
say
kind
you
of my
probably...
thing as a fix, so I'm listening in.
You could hear what I said in response, probably, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that Alcove probably heard at least your side of the conversation.
And I guess, okay, I'm gonna walk over to him. So that was
Something.
something. Not every day that you get a call from
Your ex who's trying to kill us?
your ex who's trying to kill us. yeah, that's a fair point. All right,
You
well,
gonna
let's
take
go
up
back
that offer
downstairs.
then?
I think I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I heard you say you were gonna do your best.
I'll do my best, and
So
I
you're
always
gonna
do
take
my
up that
best.
offer then.
Let's
Uh-huh.
go down. Let's go back downstairs. Let's go back
Fine,
downstairs. All right.
Awkward elevator ride later.
Awkward elevator.
Yeah, awkward elevator.
Awkward
ride later.
elevator.
Both just staring at the number thing as it goes past.
Oh, you know what? I knew I forgot to turn on something. I forgot to turn on the ambient music. Duh. I know
Oh,
something I
yeah.
forgot.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
So yeah. So Irie and Celadon, Phoenix and Demi, or Demi and Phoenix, I should say. What were you doing while Yuma and Alcove were gone? What were you two up to?
So I think as soon as they come down from the lift, Demi is going over the plan with Celadon, oh, so I'm gonna be driving, and then who did you say was gonna shoot this thing?
I mean, like, we know that we've got to be on the run if we're gonna try to take out the lead car or whatever. But if we've only got one shot, we've got to make it count, right? So if I'm thinking about it, map wise, we could probably try to cut them off here and then I guess take out the front half. I mean, I guess it depends on whether or not you guys actually care about whether or not you're getting anything out of it. If we're just blowing it up, then we might as well just take out the food truck. You know what I'm saying?
If I can interject
Oh.
real quick, Arasaka Corp just gave us $25 on Extra Life. Thank you so much,
Arasaka
Arasaka.
Hey, thank you for the support.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
is this your plan?
This is
Yancha
your plan all
Arasaka?
along.
buying her
Oh,
loyalty.
yes,
Buy on our loyalty.
You can trust me.
Amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing.
Okay, but then I noticed
For the Yuri.
But then I noticed them coming from the elevator, and I'm oh hey, how'd it go? Who was it?
Well, it was my ex.
Oh, wait,
Uh-huh.
isn't that?
Arasaka.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
she,
Yeah, that's a.
she
That's kind of a no-no.
she called me out of the blue, and
isn't she the one who's trying to kill us?
Yes.
she is. The issue is, she's saying that she can stop trying to kill us. You know what I mean? Like she can't. Things will be much harder for us if I don't listen to her, and if I know her, she's very ambitious and stops at nothing if she doesn't get her way.
Hmm.
So she's blackmailing us.
I mean, you could put it that way.
Oh boy.
And Arya actually looks a little stern at this. As you keep talking, like her face gets more and more lined, a little bit more, almost like a grimace, but not quite. But eventually, in almost like a deadly quiet voice, she says, "I need you to be very clear. What did she ask for you to do?"
So she asked me, she wasn't very specific in her request, but she said that you have some special tech.
And Arya just sort of blinks at that, then sort of almost in a look at what I have sort of motion, just motions around at the cave and says, "Yes, I would say that is very vague."
Yeah. She didn't really tell me what kind of special tech, and so now I'm kind of like,
Oh, you
I
know
don't
what?
really know.
I think I know exactly what she wants. And she actually detaches her left arm and puts it on the table. And what you see is obviously a mechanical socket that it was connected to. But she points at the arm on the table and says, "No, I'm not just going to give you my arm, but this is probably what she wants. It is a, how you say, a prototype."
Okay. Well, I stare at the arm and be like, so what's so special about it? Like, why does she want it so bad?
Well, it's actually latest in design from Militech, which, if you don't know, Militech is Arasaka's sort of competitor. They're the ones that sort of did that whole fourth corporate war thing. That's kind of why a nuke got set off in Night City to begin with, was Militech and Arasaka going at it. But the prototype is, well, it contains very valuable anti-ballistic capabilities. For example, she takes the arm, reattaches it, and then almost like flicks her wrist in a Spider-Man fashion, and coming out from the forearm is almost a bullet shield from the metal. It sort of fans out around her arm and creates a literal bullet shield around her arm. And she sort of shows it to you, almost like a shield, I should say. She shows it to you and says, "Is able to stop a sniper round from 300 feet, and packs a punch too if you really want to punch through a wall."
Oh.
I remember that.
But
So-
to be honest, any part of me would make your ex very happy.
So, I mean, maybe there's some way that we can both not make life harder for us and not screw you over by missing an arm.
Well, I mean,
What would satisfy the requirement of special tech? I actually don't know. And like, because I don't know the details of that, like, I don't know. Should I call it back? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to get.
Well, out of character, I did ask Yansha to be vague, and she was very good at that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
It
for
is-
sure.
It is definitely left vague because it is meant to make Yuma and Boss, the characters, sweat a little bit.
Right.
hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know. Arya is being so nice to us, helping us out, and I mean, Arasaka
Yeah.
is hunting her down.
For sure. And I don't want to, so that's why I'm kind of being upfront and honest
Mhm.
with you all,
Yeah, I
because
appreciate.
that's what that's what I was asked for. I don't know if there's a way that we can, because I know you hate Arasaka. I get it. And so, but I also don't want life to be more difficult for us as a group. So,
I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
I need your phone.
Out of character, are phones like a really personal thing to like give to somebody?
I mean, agents can be personalized and be super custom to the user.
Okay.
But it's one of those things that if she were to crush it or otherwise do something unsavory to it, it's not that hard to get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I hand her my phone.
All right.
There you go.
So,
I trust
Yancha, this is going to be a little bit interesting, but you're sort of set the scene, and I want to do this because I do want to set up the two opposing sides here. So, Yancha, you're in your suite in the super carrier, and like all things Arasaka, it is swanky as hell. We're talking satin bed sheets on the king-size bed. We're talking red velvet curtains, actual food, just like everything an heiress of Arasaka could want.
Decadence!
Yeah, it is decadent to all hell. But Yancha, your phone rings, and it's coming from Boss's number.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, have you decided?
And what you hear is not Boss's voice, but it is someone who you have your eye on, specifically Arya. And Arya says, "Listen, I understand that you are trying to get after an associate of mine, Miss Arasaka, I am understanding. Let me make proposal for you. You fuck off, and we pretend this conversation between me and my associate never happened. How about that?"
Okay. First of all, excuse you. Secondly, I want what you have. You know that. We know that. Boss will do what I want her to do.
Oh, is that so? And Arya, actually, to the rest of you in the Batcave, motions at your weapons that you have on you. And she sort of does a motion with her free hand to, like, you know, aim the gun in the air. And she sort of gives the motion to, like, pull the trigger, but then holds, like, a stop sign, almost to, like, indicate to, like, wait for a signal kind of a thing. And Arya on the phone says, "Yes, I know you Arasaka types. You really like Militech hardware. I tell you what, we will make compromise. How about I do this?" And it is at this point that Arya signals for you to pull the trigger. Whoever wants to pull the trigger.
I pull.
All right, we'll do it.
I also pull it on the.
Wait, I don't want you guys to kill her.
We're making the sound of shooting.
No, you're just making the sound of shooting is what she's getting.
You were pointing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so Yancha, you hear the sound of multiple gunfire, and I'm going to give Yuma, Boss, if Boss wants to make like a "oh, I'm hit" sound to really sell this.
Oh no, I've been hit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so if you want to give me a, let's do, what would
Persuasion?
this be? Yeah, give me a persuasion there, Yuma.
Persuasion, yeah.
Okay, persuasion.
In 18. So actually, yeah, Yancha,
Wow.
it's extremely convincing. You hear a hail of gunfire. You hear Boss calling out in pain. And Arya just sort of says, "There we go, problem solved. And just so we're clear, don't try that again." And then she hangs up. And before we get back to the rest of the party, Yancha, I'm curious, based on what I've shown you so far from my plans, how would Yancha the NPC or Yancha the character react to what just happened?
I am coming after her.
All I see in this sequence is basically her looking at this phone, getting really angry, shaking, and then just hucking it at the wall. It's like,
I know it's broken. Time to order a new one off Shmamazon.
Yeah.
Shmamazon.
Shmamazon.
I love it. So going back to the group, as I'm assuming Yancha just starts getting, you know, people in VTOLs geared up, like just getting ready to go raid someone. We
Yeah.
cut back to the Batcave, and Arya hands you back your phone, boss, and says, well, either I've severely pissed her off now and made our job even worse, or she'll leave you alone. I honestly do not know which. She seems like a little bit of a wild card.
Let's just assume both.
She's probably really pissed off, and she probably won't leave us alone.
Yeah.
It's all hung up, right? It's all hung up, right?
Yeah, the phone's
Yeah.
hung up. Yeah.
I'd be
That'd
coming
very
after
awkward
Arya
if we
now.
hadn't hung up.
Let's go, lesbians.
Lesbian go-go.
Lesbian go-go.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I really did.
Mhm.
I really did like her, so now I'm pissed. And
All right, well, Yadcha, definitely stick around because you're going to show up
Oh,
very
good.
shortly.
Oh, good.
Okay.
This is fine.
Amazing.
All right, so Arya just says, okay, so if we're hitting convoy now, hold on, I know I put one here somewhere. And she goes digging in one of her many boxes, like equipment boxes that are sort of lining the platform you're on. And she eventually starts throwing out like defunct old assault rifles, old shotguns, basically weapons that are old, and probably don't actually have ammo for them. But she rummages through all the boxes and says, here it is, pulls out another RPG and just puts it in Boss's arms and says, for when your lover shows up.
I just
Holy
hold it
crap.
with both arms and go, uh-huh. Okay. And it's cool to have, but I'll hang on to it. Sounds good. Thanks.
Is anyone going to claim the other RPG, or are we not taking that one?
No, we're taking them both. That's for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I call this the
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, do
So-
you ever just nuke your ex?
I call this the breakup.
Yeah, pretty much. I call this one the breakup.
Hey,
Good.
We had the same
Breakup to make
Good.
Same brain
Yup.
cell.
Yep, same brain cell. So while all of this is kind of going on, Phoenix is kind of in the back, and she's just kind of like staring at all the screens and watching the video feeds and trying to get an idea, sort of like where the convoy is in motion and things like that. And she's gonna kind of like look over her shoulder at Arya and be like, "So, what does your friend think about all of this?" And she kind of points at the screens.
Oh, you mean Sally? Sally is Sally, I know you're listening. Say hello. And nothing happens. And Arya just sort of sighs and says, No, Sally, really? Now is good time to say hello? And still nothing. And finally, Arya just says, okay, apparently AI is either mad at me or doesn't give a shit. Sally is what you would know as a symbolic analysis AI. For those who don't know, I suppose I should explain. Type of AI designed to emulate thinking pattern of human being? It was
Yeah.
actually designed to predict Arasaka movements prior to the start of the Fourth Corporate War, which is why she and I are such good friends. Which also would probably explain that. And she points at one of the screens in particular behind you, Phoenix. And Phoenix, I'd like you to roll me a local expert, please. A 16. A 16 is more than
16,
sufficient.
nice.
So what you realize is the convoy has actually sped up, and they are going through one of the combat zones. So sort of as a reminder, because it has been a week or two. Combat zones in Night City are quite literally the Wild Wild West. If the Wild Wild West was like looking at itself and going, "Whoa, slow down there, buddy."
You're not about an 11. I'm gonna need you to be about a 6, my dude.
Exactly. So them cutting through a combat zone is both good and bad. Good because it gives you more chances to hit them. Bad because if you hit the wrong thing in the combat zone, you could piss off all sorts of gangs in there. But it also does mean that if you hit it,
Now we have cover.
Now you've got cover. Now you have places to hide, kind of a thing.
So I look at the
Nice.
RPG that I'm still holding with kind of a dumbfounded look and look at the different screens. So wait, what's the plan?
Plans changed.
So we
It
know
looks
what
like
we
we
need
get
to
to
do.
hit
What's
them
the
and pin
final
it on
plan?
somebody else.
Uh,
think about it this way: if they're gonna go through the combat zone, we don't have to worry about them figuring out that it was us. We can pin it on the gangs because they made the dumb decision to go to the combat zone.
It's
Well,
okay.
do I? Can I roll a look at expert to see if I know what gangs are in that area of the
You
combat zone?
certainly may. A 21.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm actually going to tell
Wow.
you something very important, Alcove.
Okay.
What you know is that the osmium ocelots claim that bit of territory.
Oh, this is gonna be gold.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yes.
Oh, this,
Excellent.
It all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
How the
Okay.
turns have tabled.
Remind me again. Osmium Ocelots was the opposite band, but did they have any previous members?
If I remember correctly, you weren't able to find that information, but you did find out as a reminder that they were
manager-
set up as the rival gang by Arasaka for you all.
Right. Okay.
So
gotcha.
it's very conceivable that they're using the Arasaka connection here, thinking that the Osmium Ocelots will provide cover for the convoy.
Let's prove them wrong.
Excellent.
We can.
Oh, this is perfect. We need to move now before they get out of that combat zone.
Is it perfect because? But if they were established by Arasaka, then doesn't that mean that they're on their side?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
necess-
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But if we could pin this on them, that makes it look like they were against them the whole time. It was a play on a play.
Whoa, there's quadruple agents happening right now.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Was there any way we could like not kill her? Because I don't want to kill her. I still.
Well, she's not at the convoy we're gonna be blowing up.
Well,
That's just the food, we think.
I mean, fine, whatever. Look, you're the one who's gonna get clam jammed in all of this. All we gotta do is just make sure that we get what we need to do done.
So I mean, all you care about is killing the like blowing up the convoy. You don't care about who is taking on with it.
It's not
I look
that.
at Arya. Yeah.
It.
Arya just sort of nods and says, "At this point, I think there's a show of force, showing that you are not to be bullied by this Arasaka, Eris, whatever she is. I think it makes good statement, and if it makes you feel better, I could come along."
I mean, yeah. Yes. Like, doesn't that put you?
Yeah, isn't
Oh
that,
yes, it
aren't
puts
they
me in
hunting
great
you down?
danger.
Isn't
Yes,
that-
but I feel like shooting at someone today.
I dig it.
She's just gonna. Phoenix is just gonna smack her hand on the other side of the table, and she's like, "All right, sold. I'm in. Let's go."
Right?
Sally, was it?
Yes, that
was
was
it-
the name of her.
Yeah,
Yes.
What's if Arya?
The AI, yeah.
Yeah, if Arya
Arya,
comes
yeah.
along, what are the odds that that Arasaka would be keeping an eye on this and then come to raid you for your gear down here?
Well, as far as I know, they don't know about this, so I think we're good.
All right.
And even if Sally isn't talking, she has orders to blow up place. Oh, you might want to tell lady up at front desk of 812 to move.
Yeah,
you
that
want to
might
tell her
be a
about
good idea
that.
to lock up the 812 for the night.
Yeah. Good idea. Okay.
All right then.
Sweet.
Sounds like
Let's
we have a plan then.
Resembling a plan.
Something kind of like a plan.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. How do I put this somewhere that I like? How can I walk around with this without having to carry it around with me?
Just
It's
toss
one
it
of
in
those
the trunk.
things where I think you're just going to Irie's or Demi's car, so
okay.
you just sort
Yeah.
of like stash
So-
it somewhere in the car.
Got it.
And just to be clear, I'm taking the other one, so we have two.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Wait, didn't somebody have like a ridiculous amount of marksmanship?
I think
Yeah.
most of us are all pretty equal.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm an
okay.
8,
Yeah,
so
I think we're at the 13.
You have 8 in your marksmanship?
I am very much a talker.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 after the
8 after increasing my, adding the
including
reflex
reflex.
and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with reflex I have 13. But I'm gonna be driving.
With reflex, I have 12.
Yeah, with mine I'm 13, so
Okay,
like
so we have
I
two.
guess
So
like
you
you
two
and
were
me.
firing, and me
Yeah.
basically shouting out the back, Osmia Marcelot's rule!
Oh wait, no. Let's do it the other way. Let's have Alcove and Phoenix. Osmian Ocelot's rule. Okay, sure. I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll share it.
All right, okay.
But I have the lowest marksmanship, that's the thing.
Yeah, no, you and me will fire while he's the one talking. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't want to miss. That will be a
Exactly.
bad thing.
I'm into it.
All right. So before we start this on the road SmackDown, I'm going to roll something, and Yancha, you're going to have to see the stream to see this. But this is basically Yancha's roll to see how well she's gotten everything prepared at this point. So she is sort of the escalating force in this mission.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 6. Not a whole lot going on right now. Apparently, your underlings are being annoying and they're not giving you what you want. So
As
feel
usual.
free to pretend you're yelling at them very
Joe.
loud.
As usual.
As usual.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yancha
fine.
as
Typical.
Evil Ojo. Like,
Yeah.
kind of the best thing in the world. I'm just saying.
Oh, I love it. All right. So let's actually put on the correct music for this because we do have to do the obligatory driving
Yes.
scene.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Do it.
you all hop into the car. Arya in the back.
Yeah.
Demi, you turn the key. The engine revs, and I need to know how hard are you driving out of here?
Oh, I like step on the gas all the way down and like we are going.
All right, I need you to roll me a driving, please. A 23. Yeah, you peel out
Yeah,
of the back gate.
boys.
And what you go through what is essentially a sort of rough-hewn tunnel. The only lights being I love the head bobbing. The only source of illumination are these little
This is
LED lights in the
going around
ceiling.
the car by the turns.
Yeah,
Right. Oh,
and
exactly.
it's one of those things that eventually you actually come screaming out of a depression in the earth, and you actually have a bit of airtime. And as you land,
Yes.
there's sort of a clunk as your suspension kicks in and takes the sort of the brunt of the impact. And you're maybe about 2 blocks away from where you entered, but you easily spin the car around, doing almost a complete 180, and start heading towards the combat zone. So I need another driving check to see where exactly in the combat zone you run into them.
All right.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
That is
Critical success.
That is 40. That-
Okay,
That's
okay.
insane.
I need like the most legendary drift you could ever describe.
I got you. So you enter
This is
into the
great.
You enter into the combat zone, and you do one of those things where you're not taking corners so much as you're making your own corners. And it's one of those
You're
things.
making your own corners.
It's one of those things where you actually don't just stick to the roads. You cut through alleyways, you cut through buildings. Every single second, it just feels and hears like the tires are screeching in some way or another. And it's one of those things that as you pass through the combat zone, for a little bit of a cameo purpose, a certain scarecrow sort of looks up, and as you zoom past him, he goes, "Holy shit, it's the Drift Queen! Holy shit!" And he gets on his agent and starts like texting madly. And Phoenix, because you're in the back, I need you to roll me an interface, please.
This is amazing music, by the way.
I'll probably get
I kinda
DMCA'd
wanna-
for it later, but whatever.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
All right, an 11. So Phoenix, you're seeing that apparently some scarecrow is hyping up some sort of a drift race going on impromptu in the combat zone.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, this is good.
This is amazing.
We can use
This
this.
is yes, we can.
Oh,
And what I would say
Myself
is,
to that guy as part of Osmium Ocelots because I feel like I've been saying that over and over again.
Right.
it's one of
didn't he
those-
say he was part of a business deal with the Osmium Ocelots, or he liked them as a fan?
No,
think
he
so, yeah.
actually he used to be part of the Emerald City gang,
Oh, yeah, you're part of
and
that, and then
he was the fan that Irie converted right at the doorway
Yeah,
as you guys were walking
right.
in.
Ah.
But yeah, so we're not quite done with you guys yet. So as you continue to drift, you actually sort of emerge onto a 4-lane, not a highway, but a roadway anyway. No median in the middle. And you see 2 very important things. The first is the convoy. And the convoy is your standard, like, armored car / escort vehicles, which are basically big, blocky SUVs. All black, tinted windows, of course. But the second thing you notice is coming up behind you, Irie, is 3 or 4 vehicles from your street racing days, where they think this is an actual race, and they're already gunning to catch up with you.
Yep. At this point, Phoenix is gonna
I
call it.
imagine I see this happening.
Yeah, this
Yeah. At this point, Phoenix is gonna call out. They think it's a race. Demi, you have to give them a show.
All right, and that's
This is the
exactly what I'm gonna do.
perfect cover.
All right,
right.
so Demi, I need another driving check here. It is very crucial you succeed on this.
Oh my
Oh, you
god.
should use some luck on this. We got
yeah.
group luck.
We got some pool. Go ahead and use a couple.
Okay, I'll use 4.
Okay.
All right.
All right, a 28. So Irie,
Nice.
Wow.
Demi continues in the lead, quote unquote, as you get closer and closer to the convoy. And right as you get almost about within shooting range, maybe about 20 or so meters, the windows of the SUVs roll down, and sticking out, like leaning on, or like almost sitting on the doorway where the window was, are a bunch of men in what are essentially heavy body armor and suits. And they all have assault rifles. And they're going to begin just spraying and praying at you guys. So, let
At
me go
us?
ahead
Gas.
and see what we
Don't
get
step on the
here.
gas.
Yeah, boys.
Okay, so the first one completely misses. The second one is going to hit one of you, or maybe the car, and the third one will also hit.
Okay.
What I'm going to say is I'm going to roll a d6. 1 will be Demi, 2 will be Boss, 3 will be Alcove, 4 will be Phoenix, 5 and 6 will be the car.
All right.
All right, well, it seems that Boss. So, the window actually like the front view window shatters and lets through a bullet, and it impacts you probably about right shoulder, Boss. And you're going to take a grand total of, because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right damage here. Let's see. All right, so you're going to take... All right, so how much armor do you have in your body?
Oof. Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure it was 11, wasn't it?
I think it was. It's not updated in my sheet, but I was wearing the suit, so the suit
Yeah.
had
So then, yeah.
11, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what that's going to mean is you're going to take 9 damage total, because 20 minus 11, and your armor in the body is going to go down to a 10. So the suit mostly takes the impact. You still feel it, and there's maybe still like a little bit of blood that leaks out, but it's not like an actual penetrating shot. And it is at this point that I need to have everybody roll me an initiative, please. And
So wait, the body armor goes down to 0, you said?
to 10.
It goes down to 10.
10. Oh, to 10.
Let me actually get everybody on the token layer.
It's just a 20.
Well, no, there's actually an initiative button you can click.
I know, I'm looking for that. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't find it for a bit.
But we need... I'm just waiting for the tokens.
Yeah, I just threw the tokens down. There should be turn order now that you can enter in.
Yep.
And for some reason, Arya's not playing nice, but let me see if I can grab her extra token here real quick.
I don't see any tokens.
Are you on... Oh, duh, because it might help if I put you guys on that map.
Hey, there we go.
I was like, why can't you see anything? There you go. All right, so there's Arya's token.
Is she in the car with us?
She is. She is in the back seat with Alcove and Phoenix.
Oh, they're all just kind of, she's like in the middle, all awkwardly tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got here. So Alcove, you have a 10. Boss, you have a 14. Phoenix, you have a 15. Demi, you have a 16. Arya, looking at her stats, is probably going to go first, but, we'll roll it anyway. Yeah, she's going
24.
first.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'm just going to let me just throw on a generic enemy here, because I don't want to do turns for every single one of them.
Okay.
Because we'd be here forever. Let's see. Let's just use a generic enemy for this one. There we go. Corporate security. CorpSec. Because that's what they are. All right, so Corpsec are going to do, looks like a 6, so they're going to go on turn 11. So, sorting by descending, we have Arya going first, and Demi, I have a very important question for you. Does your car have a sunroof?
Like a roof above it?
Like, is it
Like
one of those
a window
things?
in the roof.
Yeah, does
Yeah.
it have like a...
Does the roof retract is what I'm getting at.
It does. It does.
Okay. So
Perfect.
what Arya does is she sort of pushes the button and retracts the roof, and she stands up and pulls out a heavy pistol, takes aim, and fires it at one of the tires of the armored convoy, at least the main armored car of the convoy. So she is going to take a minus penalty here because she is specifically trying to hit the tires.
Sure.
But we'll see what happens. So her marksmanship is that. The minus is that. So I think she's rolling a 9 overall. Yeah, her shot goes wild, unfortunately. Doesn't impact a thing. And she actually kind of swears and goes, "Damn, get me closer. I need to hit them with something more meaty than this pistol."
The way you describe that, I'm just imagining as bullets are flying through the window, you just see a single hand reach up and press the sunroof button, and it retracts slowly as more bullets are flying through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's just funny to me.
so awkward for like the 5 seconds it takes for it to open.
Right.
But Demi, it is now your turn.
And yeah, I'm gonna say, you got it. And I'm gonna try and get closer.
Okay, that's going to
Right.
be another driving check for me. I'm going to say this is actually at a -5, based on the fact that you're both trying to race people behind you and catch up with the convoy as bullets are flying.
All right, I'll
This
spend
is
2 luck
fun.
on this now.
Okay.
Wow, that is
Nice.
that is amazing. Even
Let's
with the
go.
minus,
What the
that is
That is
is
31.
impressive.
That's almost max again.
yeah,
Yep.
that is impressive. So yeah, let me ask this, Demi. Do you want to be side by side with the convoy? Do you want to be right at their rear? Like, where in relation to the convoy do you want to be?
I think as close as I can get, like sideways.
Okay. So to sort of paint the picture then, because I think I forgot to say it earlier, there's 2 blocker cars and then there's the armored car, which is the convoy. So there's only 3 cars in the convoy. We're going to say they're in one of the middle lanes. What Demi, you do is you drive up to the right of this convoy and get everyone within perfect firing range. And that's going to be your turn. Phoenix, what would you like to do?
So the idea is that we need to make sure that we take out the convoy, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many total vehicles are in it?
Just 3.
Just the 3. And do we know which one has actually got like the food on it?
Probably the big armored car.
The big armored car. All right. Well, then I'm guessing at this point I'm gonna just see what I can do to take a pot shot with the RPG and aim it at the big metal convoy and fire and see what happens.
Okay, so this is indeed going to be a marksmanship check, because I can speak today.
Words.
I'm gonna say because it is a moving vehicle, and because
Of
this
course.
is, to my knowledge, this is your first experience firing an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that you're at a -7 overall here.
Oh.
I think you can use all the luck you want. However many luck you want, and thanks to you to make a shot, you should take it.
All right. I mean, if that's okay with everyone else.
Yeah. Wait, are you using the RPG? I missed it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be using.
Then, yeah,
I'm gonna take an RPG shot to try to take out the armored convoy port.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see here. So that gives us. So how many we used already? We used 4.
We used 4 out of, I think, 10.
Out of 10. And
I
don't forget,
mean-
you have your own individual luck pools as well.
Right. That's
I mean, yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
looking at. Yeah.
I use 6 out of my own luck pool, so
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a total of 6, and I'm gonna take 3 from my own and 3 from the group pool, if that's all right with you guys.
Sounds good.
All
All right.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
That is
What the heck?
extremely impressive.
Wow, you like hit them and then hit their ancestry.
Yeah, like so.
That was a perfect fuselage shot. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I need you to roll me. It looks like you're doing 7d10 damage.
God.
7d10.
Let's go.
7d10s.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. 7.
Are you about to erase them
D10.
from the world?
That's a lot of damage. Holy crap. Blap.
Okay.
Yo.
A
Wow.
39.
Oh.
There's that
So,
dagger there too. Wow.
Yup.
Almost.
So what happens
Damn, that's
is,
solid.
Phoenix, you stand up, and Arya even does the thing where she helps you brace as you're getting the RPG ready to go out over your shoulder. And you
Mhm.
line it up almost perfectly with the front of the armored car. And right at the perfect moment, you open fire, you pull the trigger, and the rocket-propelled grenade launches out and impacts the right side of the vehicle. And just this explosion washes over the vehicle. And for a moment, you think, damn, yeah, I got him. But to your horror, obviously there's some battle damage on the armored car.
Mm-hmm.
It's still rolling when the smoke clears.
Ooh.
Mm.
Can I use my knowledge of vehicles and see how badly damaged it is?
I'll allow it, yeah. Why don't you roll me a basic tech, please? 15. Demi, what you would know with a 15 is that if this is a legit armored car, which, sometimes people just, they don't walk the walk, or they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
This is like military grade, meant to take hits, like almost like a, that's a contemporary example, almost like a Hummer in Afghanistan or Iraq, where they are meant to take IEDs. Like, this was nothing for it. Like, it took some damage, obviously, but not enough to even, like, break an axle or otherwise even do any appreciable damage here. But
How close are we to the car?
I would say if I had to do distances, you're maybe about 15, 20 meters at this point, if that. No, you're probably, now that I think about it, you're probably more like 10 to 15, I think.
10 to 15 meters away from it?
If not closer, yeah.
Is this so that we can try to jump?
If
Into-
Demi wants to get close enough to jump over, you certainly could.
I mean,
Because if the outside's not going to work.
I'm gonna relay that,
Okay.
like, while driving, relay. Damn it, guys! I don't know. This is a real military grade convoy. I don't know if we're gonna be able to blow it up.
If we are looking at it, are there any visible like ways to get in? Like, is the door like how armored is it exactly? Is it something that we can like
Roll
open
me
a door?
perception, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all of us are just-
Perception.
Let's, because it's boss's turn, let's let her do it.
okay.
With a 12 boss, I'm going to paint you a picture. There's a sunroof. Now, it's probably an armored sunroof, but you have a very trusty weapon at your side that may or may not be Notori branded.
Oh. Wait, are you talking? I can't use Notori to break a sunroof. Okay. Wait, is that what you're literally saying?
That is literally what I'm implying, yes.
Okay.
It's okay,
All right.
Notori has given you her blessing in chat. She's on board.
There you go.
Sounds good. Sweet. Well, would it be like, let me look at this. If I wanted to try and jump onto, it's an athletics check?
I would say it would be in athletics, yeah.
Okay. How close are we? How much athletics do I need?
What I would say is that Demi can get you close, because we're sort of doing this theater of the mind, Demi can get you closer on your turn. What I would say is that the cutoff here is going to be a 20. And you are going to take a -4 to your roll because you are sort of jumping from a moving vehicle to another moving vehicle.
Okay. And I can spend luck on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
how
did
do I
this
mark-
turn into Fast and the Furious? Holy crap.
Yeah, I know. This is like Mad Max straight up, right?
Fucking awesome.
Definitely.
Shiny
borderline.
and chrome.
So I have 6 points of luck plus there's 3 left in the pool. You said?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to use 3 from the pool and 3. Is that how? Well, Is it cool if I use 3 from the pool?
Yeah, it's fine.
And I think I might use more.
We sort of figured that this was going to end up being why we were going to use luck at all
Okay,
tonight.
sure.
Was for this fight.
Should I use all of my luck, or should I use?
I mean, it's entirely up to you, but I think if you split it, it'll be okay.
Okay. So I'll use a total of 6 luck, 3 from the pool and 3 from my own pool.
Okay.
And try to do this jump on top of the vehicle.
You got this. I believe in you.
Are you ready, guys?
Yep.
Very important roll.
I believe at you.
Okay. So
Okay, good
with
thing I
luck,
used the luck.
with luck, you are able to make it. So, boss, you sort of push yourself up, and you sort of do that 1, 2, 3, and then you leap on 3. You end up on the roof of the Humvee armored car type vehicle, and you scrabble for a moment where you think, oh god, I'm going to lose my grip, but then you catch on with your exotic nails. You catch on to like a niche or a niche, or you know what I'm saying. There's a gap or something you can latch onto with your rippers, and you hold on. And that means that you're now on top of the vehicle, but that is going to be your entire turn.
Got it.
Now, for the Corpsec turn, it's time for me to roll something for Yancha again.
Excellent.
All right. So what happens on Corpsec's turn is all of you hear the sound of a jet engine getting closer and closer and closer. And Arya sort of turns and points and goes, okay, so not only are we now in the street race in the convoy hit, but now we have freaking jets and VTOLs flying at us. And if you look where Arya is pointing, there is indeed a VTOL coming at you hard. And Yancha, I have a very important question for you, Yancha. Are you on this VTOL?
Yes, I am.
All right, second question. What do you have with you? Do you have an assault rifle? Do you have an RPG? What weapon are you carrying?
I would like an RPG.
You would like an RPG. All right. So what I would say is, Yancha, you have the choice of simply getting closer on your turn, or you can try to fire at this distance. Which would you prefer?
How reliable are my heat-seeking RPGs?
I would say that your DC would probably be in the neighborhood of about 20 to hit Demi's car. So you have a moderately good shot, but if you wanted to evil villainous monologue, probably want to get closer first.
Yeah. I need to make sure. So I'm going to have to get closer then.
All right. So the VTOL on Corpsec's turn gets closer and closer and closer. And as that happens, Alcove, what are you doing?
So we've got 3 issues going on. We've got Yuma trying to climb on the convoy. Irie fighting off the
Street racers.
Street races.
Uh-huh.
We're just sitting here trying to either. So I've got the other rocket launcher, and I have a feeling I'm gonna need to use it on the VTOL.
I mean, probably.
All right. Well, since my marksmanship is 3, and then adding reflex, that's 8.
It's 11.
Yep.
No, like in total.
No, it's 8 total.
Oh, 8 total.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can like.
How much would I need to hit the VTOL?
I'm going to say probably, let me actually look at a chart here because I want it to be fair. To hit the VTOL, at its current range, you're looking at about a 25.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna drop 9 luck on this.
I mean,
Really?
All right.
I would say you don't have to fire right away. You can't wait for them to get closer.
I was going to say, like, 1, we can wait for them to get closer, or 2, you can hand it over to Arya. She'd probably really get.
You're driving.
Arya, not
Arya,
idea.
not Irie.
Arya, not Demi.
Not idea.
That.
What was that?
No, sorry. I was just muttering to myself for getting them mixed up.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
It happens.
Alright.
I mean, you can also, give it to her.
Yeah, so what's the play here, Alcove? I'm curious.
I kind of want to try it myself.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you, man.
that plus a 9, that's 26.
That
Just
would be a
barely.
26, which is enough. The
Oh,
DC was
yeah.
a 25.
Nice.
All right, so I now need you to roll me 7d10 worth of damage here.
Boss will remember that.
Oh, don't worry, I have something perfect if you one-hit kill my VTOL, which you do. So what happens is Alcove, you stand up, take the RPG from Yuma or from Boss, and you shoulder it, and Arya
I thought I took
braces
the
it
other
with
one because
you.
Yuma used the first one, I thought.
No,
Was that-
I used the first
Oh,
one.
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So you get the RPG, you shoulder it, you aim carefully, and you fire out your projectile at the VTOL. Yancha, your pilot does the best to, divert out of the way, but it impacts right in the cockpit. But what happens, Yancha, is, and of course we're going full cinematic Mad Max style here. What happens is the momentum still carries the VTOL forward, and what happens is, Yancha, you jump out at the right time, that you land on the top of the Humvee where Yama, a certain boss, is located currently.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Okay, so
Let's go.
in order of what happens, I see Case pulling out, or I see Alcove pulling out the RPG. Yuma, who's still holding on to the Humvee, or Boss who's still holding on to the Humvee, reaches out her other hand and goes, "No!" And then he shoots it. The thing explodes, and she has a moment of like thinking that Yancha just died. And then she just sees her careening towards her.
Through the fireball of the VTOL lands on top of the Humvee right in front of you.
Point landing. So
Yo,
like this emotional roller coaster in this span of like
the superhero landing.
seconds.
Oh
Through the
my
fire.
The flames we carry
The
up.
freaking coolest villain.
Wow.
Now, Yancha, I have a very important question for you. What type of weapon do you have? Do you have a katana? Do you have a bladed whip, Ivy style? What sort of melee weapon would you carry on your person?
Bladed whip, Ivy style.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
same
I
Soul
respect
Calibur
it, I
style.
respect
She
it.
sort of flicks the whip, and it unfurls, and we're gonna get to that on the
With
next
some
course
cool LEDs attached to it
Yo.
as well.
There you go. There you go. I love it. All right. So at this point, we start a new round. And Demi, I need you to do me a driving check. This is not part of your turn, but do me a driving check just to see how well you're holding off the other racers.
All right.
All right. You're still holding them off pretty dang well.
Nice.
So
Wow.
on Arya's turn, she sort of looks over to you, boss, and says, "Are you needing assistance or can you handle your ex?"
Me holding on to the Humvee and also with my guitar on my back. I say, think I'm fine.
Okay, very well. Then I will be doing this. And Arya does almost the same thing where she's not going to leap at the Humvee, but she's going to leap at one of the support cars in the convoy. So let's see how well she does. This is going to be, let's see, she should have a 9 total. Yeah, so almost mirroring what Yancha just did, she jumps from Demi's car and does almost a 3-point landing on the hood of one of these support vehicles. The difference here is that the support vehicles are not meant to take a cyborg jumping on them. So it almost does that thing where the front of the engine block just crunches in and Arya almost punches it to the ground and the car flips over itself.
Oh
almost doing a
yeah,
front
let's
flip,
go.
skidding to a halt. And as Arya picks herself up and dusts herself off, she sort of looks behind her at the oncoming racer cars, and she attempts to flag one down. But that's her turn. Demi, it is now your turn.
All right. Do we have? I mean, I guess the best thing I could do is like try to get closer, so then people could try to shoot at Yancha, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do exactly that. I'll try to get into a closer position so that they can start shooting.
All right, I need you to roll me another driving, please. And because you're doing it in a precise nature, I'm going to say this is at a -4.
All right.
Not that it
still
matters
so
if
high,
you're going to
though.
roll a 22.
Right.
So it's one of those things, Demi, that I'm going to say at this point, you can define where you are in this theater of the mind combat in relation to the car. So if you want to be literally touching side view mirrors, you can be kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I want.
Okay.
It's like give them the perfect shot.
Excellent. So we now go to Phoenix. Phoenix, this has become very interesting. What are you doing?
So, are there any sort of like nodes or anything on any of the vehicles that I might be able to actually dive into or like
That
check
would
into?
require an interface check.
All right, we are going to check. Just herp derp.
Yes, the Humvee vehicle actually
let's
does
go.
have one.
All right, we're going in.
All right, so I have good news and I have bad news. Which would you like first?
Yeah. We got this.
Well, the moment you jack in, guess who's there waiting for you?
Doggo.
Yep, it's another Hellhound. So I now need you to roll me another interface check as the Hellhound activates to see if you outspeed the Hellhound.
I mean, that could have been worse.
A 14. Let me just double check the Hellhound. I think it has much higher than that, but we're still going to roll for it. Speed is 6. Yeah, it's going to go first. So as you jack in, Phoenix, what you see is on top of the vehicle, of course, you still see Boss, you still see Yancha, but in between them is a spectral black metal wolf with glowing white eyes and fire running all over its body. And in a grating metallic voice,
of course it's custom.
In a grating metallic voice, it just kind of goes, "I've been waiting for you." And you're going to take 3d6 damage directly to your brain for 13 total damage.
She just recovered too, right?
Yup.
Tylenol.
So let me get another Hellhound token on here because they're going to be top of the initiative order.
Yep.
By my count, though, Phoenix, you have one more net action.
But I guess at this point the best option is Banhammer because we know that's how it does the most damage to him.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
I'll go ahead and roll this so you know what your number to beat is. Your number to beat is an 11.
All right. Do I not have a button for that? I thought I had a button for that. There's a button for Zap. Why isn't there a button for...
Well, as far as I know, it's still just your interface. Like, everything is just your interface when you're net running.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right, yeah. A 14 is more than sufficient. Go ahead and roll
Much
me
better.
damage on that Banhammer.
All right, so that was 3d6?
I believe so. Let me double check. Banhammer, 3d6. Yep.
Yep, all right.
Banhammer.
All right, only 9 damage. But yeah, so what happens is
That's
Phoenix, you conjure up a spectral, like an almost Green Lantern style, comically large hammer, and you swing it and impact the Metal Hound. And there's a big old clunk that only you hear as the Metal Hound gun goes and screeches to the side. But it's still standing, unfortunately. But that is your turn. We now go to Boss. Boss, what are you doing? This has become a very interesting encounter very quickly. What are you doing?
Okay, so Yancha's standing right in front of me, so I am gonna... Well, I was kind of half expecting somebody to shoot at her by this point, so...
I mean, no one's had the chance.
My... just for like my own understanding, does she look like she's ready to attack me?
Yancha?
Here's the thing. I did not know the boss is still alive. But I was very ready to just
Murder everyone.
fall out.
Oh, okay. So like, and my injury, for my understanding, does it look? Because I just got hit. Does it look like I'm injured, or did it like kind of just impact the suit and it looks like?
I would say that there's a definite sort of scorch mark and maybe a little bit of red, but not like profuse bleeding, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Well, it could have been that like. Okay, I understand. So I look injured, right?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay. I'm gonna do some like talking parts at the beginning of this. Then I'm gonna look at Yancha and be
With your
like,
flair, yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna say, I don't want to fight you. I think I brought what you wanted. I didn't expect this to happen. But what would you like to do now? And so like I'm gonna be holding on to the hatch still because I was getting ready to break into the hatch or into the sunroof, because they're pretty intently they're trying to take down all of this stuff, and you're trying to kill us. So I don't know you're trying to kill them, so they're trying to protect themselves. I'm just trying to not kill anybody.
Okay. Can I speak?
Oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
You're alive. I can't believe this. You would go this far. All you need to say was no. And instead you hurt me like this.
Oh.
Okay. I see that you've had everything planned out, huh? I jumped the gun. I come here so I can avenge you. And you play me like this. Unbelievable. Just okay. Boss, you told me you have what I want. Where is it?
I kind of gesture over to where what's her name? Arya was blasting some cars.
Yeah, so like at this point,
Yeah.
like 100 or 2 meters behind you, you just kind of point at the figure of Arya, who's still trying to flag down a racer.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, you didn't really tell me what you wanted, so.
Yeah. Literally anything that is of value coming from Arya. I think Arya has this very nice prototype of an arm that I can use for new cybernetic bodies that I can reverse engineer. That could have been good. Did you bring that one? Or are you saying that one of your little cronies have it for me? Because that would be nice.
It's on her body. Wait, clarify for me out of character. She still has
She still has the arm.
Okay.
still has the arm.
She didn't replace the arm, like.
No.
Still has it.
So I kind of struggle a little bit, like I couldn't ask her to take her arm off.
Well, you, pointing at you, you're gonna help me take that arm off. Wouldn't that be
And I think
nice?
here, we're actually going to do a reputation sort of face down here.
Okay.
So this is a very important role for you, Yuma, and a very important role for you, Yancha. This is going to be let me get the actual rules for this, so I'm telling you the correct thing.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are you? Here it is. So this is going to be your cool score plus your reputation plus your 1d10. For Yancha, because she is an Arasaka heiress, her reputation is at a 9. So she has a grand total of 15 plus a d10.
Okay.
Okay. So my cool score is 9. Reputation is 3. What was the other one you said?
Also
it is
1d10.
1d10, yeah.
Oh, okay. So 9, 12 plus
13.
1d10. What was that? Zelda?
You said it was what? You said it was. Oh, I'm sorry. You said it was 9 and 3, right?
9 and 3, yeah.
Yeah. So 12 plus 1d10.
Okay, so roll 1d10 plus 12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a 21, a very hard number to beat. Yancha, let's see what you get. Yancha beats you with a 24.
Oh no! Oh no!
So what I'm going to say, boss, is that maybe it's the fact that she probably could ruin your life if you don't listen to her. Maybe you're just a little bit flustered that she's kind of hot when she's doing the whole villainess thing. Maybe there's a lot of things going
That's not
on.
a lie.
That's not a lie.
You know, maybe there's a lot of factors here that weigh into this, but I'm going to say, boss, for the rest of the encounter until you pass me a concentration check on your turn, you're going to work with Yancha.
Okay. I'm into it. Ooh, turncoat.
Oh god. Well, that's the nature
Okay.
of the game.
All right.
So can I say that I am extending my hand out, saying, "Boss, wouldn't it be so nice, just like the old times? Take my hand, and we can be together again." I've been watching you, and this is something that I would want, and I think this is something that you'd want as well. For your own sake,
Oh my gosh.
and for your little
God.
buddy's sake as well.
So
Wouldn't that be grand?
with a mix of fear and a tiny bit of thirst. So what Boss was still holding on to the sunroof before to keep her balance, but now kind of like sits up and looks up at Yancha, who's still standing. I assume standing, right? Because she's
Up to
holding her
her.
hand out. Sure. And almost in sort of like a trance, just nods and takes her hand.
Oh god. Ah!
And I think that's going to be boss's entire turn as we go to Corpsec. So, Yancha, I'm going to
Yup.
put the ball in your court here.
Yup.
So,
Yup.
Yancha, because this is an Arasaka convoy, you have control over what the convoy does. So, if you literally want to have them turn around and go after Arya, you just have to say the word and it happens.
Perfect. And that is what we're going to do.
All right,
no.
so I'm actually going to roll this in secret in real life because I want to add dramatic tension.
Oh,
So,
thanks. I hate it.
I have the official extra life D10. What I mean
Oh,
is I literally
nice.
just
Oh,
found
Oh,
a.
I also got that. I got the D20 one from.
Yeah.
What it's not like official. It's literally just a blue and white metallic die, but I'm calling it the extra life D10.
There we go.
Okay. Oh,
But I tell you what, let's make this even more interesting. Chat. I have a very important
Oh,
question
no.
for chat. If you had to pick a number between 1 and 10, what number would you pick, chat? And I'm going to go with whoever gets the first number here. Notori has picked a 10. Good job, Notori.
Oh, Nitori.
Let's see what happens. Oh dear. All right.
Oh
Gonna
no.
roll again. Oh dear.
Oh no.
So Demi, you're
yeah.
a street racer. You know what you're doing. The
Okay, I'll try this out.
jackknife or the J-turn that this Hummer pulls off blows your mind. Like, it is the most perfect J-turn you have ever seen in your life. And if you're not familiar with a J-turn, I hope I'm explaining this properly, but basically what happens is you sort of almost go perpendicular with your current sort of path, and then you almost sort of veer away from that perpendicular swerve. At least I'm thinking that's the J. I might be getting up a few things mixed up. But the point is that the Humvee with Yancha and Boss on it literally does a 180 without throwing them off and begins speeding back in the opposite direction of where you're heading.
Crap.
You have to keep up with them.
But that's going to
Yeah.
be something you have to deal with on your turn. Alcove, it is now your turn.
How far away are they?
At this point, they are now, we'll say, 25 meters away.
Can't jump that far, especially not when they're driving away.
Nope.
Use up all my luck from shooting them down.
Remind me, what weapon do you have?
I have a heavy pistol and what was the other one? Medium SMG.
All right, well, to let you know, at 25 meters, you're looking at a 20 DC on the pistol and a 15 on the SMG. And actually, this is a good point to mention this. If you were to auto-fire with your SMG, or if you did a 3-round burst, basically, it would be a 15 difficulty. But what happens is every point you get above 15 is another bullet that hits. So you have the ability to almost spray and pray here if you really wanted to.
I don't exactly have much choices because they're all a bit too far away from me now. They just did a J turn, and that Arya's all the way down there.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, why not?
All right, so I need to know before you roll, who are you shooting at exactly?
Oh god.
I
Well,
think
we
can
still have a job to do.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a job, but I mean, that is a convoy that they're on that we need to damage. But I think
they're on the food truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can still convince Yuma. Maybe we can talk some sense into her and bring Boss back to our side.
It is within the realm of possibility.
How many other cars are in the convoy?
At the moment, only one remains besides the Humvee.
What would be, is the DC the same to hit there?
The DC would actually be a 12 to hit them, because they're a little bit closer.
Sure, why not? Let's aim at that one.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll me your marksman. Oh, very, very nice. A 25 overall. So let's see. You're gonna roll me, and you're gonna do this 3 times. You said you had a medium SMG.
Yes, that's
2d6. Yes, roll me.
2d6.
Roll me 3 2d6s. All right, an 11, a 7, and a 10. All right. So what happens is Alcove. You sort of see the Humvee sort of turn around and start speeding the other direction. Maybe you curse under your breath a little bit, and you point your SMG not at that, but at the remaining convoy vehicle, the remaining sort of blocking SUV, and you sort of just hold down the trigger as your SMG just begins spraying across the vehicle. And what I'm going to say is that the bullets start towards the back taillight, like shoot it out, and then it gets closer and closer and closer to the gas tank, until one of the bullets pierces through and the SUV literally goes up in a fireball.
Hey!
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
So, that's good there. However, we now go to the top of the round, and it's time for a little bit more Hellhound action. So, yeah, Phoenix, I need you to roll me a interface, please. All right, a 10. Not good, but it could roll poorly. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 14. So you're going to take another 3d6 directly to your brain.
Apply directly to the forehead.
So I need
How
to
much
know.
health do you have left?
12.
So you are now at -1. So I think what happens is Phoenix, as the metallic hellhound literally leaps from the Humvee onto you, everybody else just sees you flailing wildly trying to get this thing off you.
Yep.
But what happens is not only are you forcibly jacked out during this, but you go down. Like, you're not dead, but you are going to have to start literally doing basically death saves from this point on.
Yep.
But that may paint what everybody else does from this point on, because all of you do see that Phoenix does go down. And
including
I think Boss, you don't see this.
Okay.
No.
So Arya's
wait.
Oh, go ahead.
They went down as in like their brain just got completely fried forever, or like
No.
As in they're unconscious.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, like I would have had to do a hell of a lot more damage to actually like completely fry their brain.
Yeah.
But no, on Arya's turn, I'm gonna actually have her roll a perception to see if she notices the fact that she has some exotics coming at her.
Mm-hmm.
No, she does not notice. She continues to try and flag down a vehicle as the racing cars just sort of spin past her, and she kind of yells after them, but that's her entire turn. Demi, we now go to you. You have an unconscious Phoenix. You have Boss speeding in the opposite direction. You're in the middle of an impromptu street race. What's the call?
Can I see if I know any of these people? From like street racing guys?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a local expert. So Demi, you know one of them is the Blue Meteor, another one is the Orange Tiger. But you remember how a certain person in your backstory, a certain Belle, supposedly died in a street race?
Yeah. Oh no.
You swear.
Oh, yes.
You swear by the life of you, in your rear view mirror, you see Belle in his car, in the flesh, coming up behind you. You thought I wasn't going to get into your backstory. Well, welcome to my game, everybody.
Oh my god. No. I can't believe she is still alive. And I say that. Wait a second. Okay, is there really a conversation can happen at all?
What I would say is if you want to talk to Belle, you are probably going to either have to pull up beside them or somehow dial your agent as you're driving. But you could a conversation in the middle of your car, kind of a thing.
Man, I don't know. I never... But I have to go get the boss.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the concept of if you're able to do a 180 as well.
Yeah.
And then you pass her and you actually physically see each other, there would be that sort of spark of, yo, wait, what?
Wait, it's actually oh my god, it's actually her.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to do a J turn as well and start heading in boss direction.
All right, now this is going to be rather difficult at the speed you're going. I am going to say this will be at a -7.
Oh,
Not that it really
I believe-
matters with your rolls, but
I know.
This is the moment,
how much
though.
luck do we
She's
have?
the drift queen. Of course it's fine.
How difficult?
it is a
-7.
-7. I'm going to keep the actual DC a secret.
How much luck do we have?
I think you've used all of the group pull at this point.
Have we?
Yeah,
Okay, then let's just do it.
I believe.
I breathe really, really heavily before I sign. Fuck it, I'm going for her. And
We did it.
let's see how I do.
25. That is more than
25.
sufficient.
Nice.
So
I have the power of God and Eurobeat on my side.
Eurobeat, God, and Yuri. Yuri beat.
Eurobeat. Nice.
there you go, new music genre. You reach down, you pump the e-brake, and there's a squeal of tires as you begin wrenching the vehicle to the side. And as you go perpendicular, there's that moment where your eyes and Belle's eyes connect, and Belle just sort of nods at you very approvingly. And it's one of those things that as you complete your J turn and you start moving towards boss, you pass each other. And for just the briefest of moments, Demi, you swear that Belle is smiling. A smile you haven't seen in years, almost decades at this point.
Holy crap! I thought she was dead.
Apparently not. But
Can I get some Yuri
poggers
poggers in the chat?
The moment passes, and you are now screaming in the opposite direction as you more or less forfeit the street race. And we now go to Phoenix. Now, Phoenix, death saves are a little bit hard in this system. So I need to know, what is your body?
Whose?
Yours.
Your body.
Oh, mine? 11?
You have a no.
Oh, I'm
like,
sorry. The actual body set, 5.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to roll me a D10 lower than a 5. You rolled lower than a 5.
Oh my god.
So what that actually means,
Wow.
what that means is you
I am a
actually
potato.
can act on your turn, but you do it at a -5 to whatever the hell you're doing.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of like try not to pass out, but I'm going to try to take out the hound as best as possible, because if I can get into the car, like if I can get into the driving systems, we're going for it. Blaze of glory, right?
Right. Yeah. Gotta believe. Did you use all your luck already?
No, I still have luck left. So I will use the remaining 4 points that I have to roll on to this to attempt to not fail miserably.
All right. And I know I said you were jacked out earlier, but I think for thematic sake, we'll just say you stayed in the entire time.
Sure.
Let's see. So 16. Let's see what its defense is. A 12. You are able to hit it with a band hammer.
Oh, we did it.
Oh, thank
Okay.
goodness.
Woo!
And would you believe it or not, that is enough that this time as you summon that green spectral hammer, you just sort of do an uppercut, almost like a shoryuken with this hammer, and the metallic hound goes flying into the sky going, and almost does the Team Rocket.
Ding!
So you've gotten rid of the black ice that was impeding your
Oh my
progress. So
God.
that's action 1. You have 2 more.
All right. So in the system, is there any way to control the brakes to just stop the vehicle?
Now that you don't know because you've only just gotten into the system, you don't know what's here, so you would have to do a scan to see what is in the system.
Right. So that's what we're looking for. So we'll do another interface check to see what kind of systems we have access to.
Yep, go for it. And with a crit of a 25 total, what I'm going to say is that there are only 2 levels. The first just had the black ice. The second one has full control over the motor of the vehicle.
All right then. Let's do the thing.
All right, so I need to be very clear here. What are you doing to the car? Are you stopping it dead? Are you slowing it down? Are you speeding it up? What are you doing specifically?
So what does the surroundings sort of look like? Like where are we currently set? Like
you are currently behind the Humvee vehicle. All around you is still the dilapidated combat zone, sort of half broken buildings that were never repaired after the nuke went off in Night City long ago. Basically squalor and decrepitness. So you're not really anywhere glamorous. But if you were to bring this to a stop, you would be, I would say, somewhere in the middle of the combat zone. You wouldn't be really close to any exit, quote unquote.
Okay. Gosh. Okay. So at this point, I feel like we've got like 2 options. I either just stop the car hard and see what happens, or I get the car to kind of just careen towards the building and try. Like, it's stopping either way. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to stop it here, or do I want to huck it into a building to get it to stop?
Probably
It's
into a building.
military. Well, it's military grade, and the RPG alone didn't do much damage to it. It like dented it basically.
I mean, but the shock of the like sudden impact might like knock them into a wall or something. Maybe knock them unconscious. Who knows?
Do we know how many people are in the vehicle?
You have no idea, unfortunately.
Yeah, bye. All right. Okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do then is, so based on where we're at, so the next time we find like a concrete or like a big pillar or something like that, I'm simply just gonna have it hard left into that. Basically, I'm just gonna have it just full speed careen directly into the side of the building, as I like to sort of like try to get it to tip off the wheels and just slam into a hard left.
Okay,
Towards
so
the
this
building.
is going to happen, and Boss and Yancha, you feel a sudden jerk to the side as the Humvee armored car suddenly lurches and begins careening towards a parking structure. If you want to jump free, I need an athletics from both of you. Yancha, of course, I'll roll for you. But if you want to stay on the vehicle, just tell me you want to stay on the vehicle. Entirely up to you. I don't know why you would want to, but who knows?
Okay, we want to jump off the vehicle. Okay, I will roll the athletics check.
All right, bosses with a 28. Very nice.
Wow.
Yancha also, so actually...
Rolled a 10? Holy smokes.
Okay, so boss, you do it a little bit more stylishly than Yancha does, but Yancha is still extremely stylish. It's almost one of those things where you guys kind of roll off the roof and sort of catch yourselves before you go skidding too far, and you come up and look just as the Humvee crashes into what is essentially a concrete divider meant to stop cars. I forget what they're actually called, but kind of those concrete poles that you see that sort of block cars from getting on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, the bumper.
Yeah. So it sort of slams into that, and even with the Humvee's upgraded nature, those concrete bumpers are meant to take down like full-on semi-trucks. So this thing quite literally almost pancakes and is almost bifurcated by this bumper as it comes to a crashing halt.
Wow.
But it is now boss's turn. You've come to a stop. You see that Arya is running towards you. You see that Demi and the rest of them are driving towards you at a rapid rate. What's the call, boss?
Well, I'm not here to fight my friends. I'm just here to get the piece of Arya that Yancha wants. So I'm gonna focus on Arya.
Oh boy.
And how far away is she?
I would say Arya is about 25 meters away. If you tell me what
away.
weapon you're trying to use, I can tell you what the DV is.
The ones that I have are I have a heavy pistol, I believe. Let me see this. Very heavy pistol, or I have the slice and dice, which is a melee weapon, so I can't use that anyway.
Right. So what I would say is, if you want to shoot Arya with the pistol, the DV would be a 20. However, I'm gonna offer you a bit of a devil's deal. If you take a -7 penalty, so that the DV would be a 27, if you were able to pass this 27 check, you would shoot off her arm.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay. Let me ask, how long would it take me to close the gap between us to get into melee range?
Well, that depends on your move. What is your move?
Oh, I see. My move is 6.
Then it would take double
Like
moves.
several moves.
Yeah, it would take double moves to get you close enough to be melee with her.
I see. I'll try shooting her.
All right.
27, you said?
27.
How do I even get that? Like, is that even attainable within
I mean, I got a 40.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
what are you at right now? Just
marksmanship?
baseline. Mm-hmm.
4, I guess, is my reflex included? Do I include my reflex in that?
Yeah, it'll automatically
Like
include when you
12?
roll, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have like a 4 plus 10, then you have your roll, which could be a 10, will put you to 24, then the plus, if you get at least a plus 3, then it would be enough.
What do you mean by a plus 3?
like from
Well,
luck.
so if you
Oh,
gain
from
luck,
luck.
but also keep in mind that successes do add additional
No,
amounts to the total
That's
roll.
what I mean. Like if you crit, if you
Okay,
crit and
so-
you get at least 3, or if you spend like 4 luck and get a 9 or something like that.
Right.
Oh, I see. I don't have 4 luck. I think I have 3 luck left. So I think
Okay.
I'm not gonna roll with luck. Maybe I should roll with luck. If I roll with luck, then it won't.
I feel like
Doesn't make that much of a difference, right? Like I'd have to crit basically to get her arm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so it
don't-
doesn't matter if I use luck or not.
I mean, I believe.
I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot her then. I'm gonna try to shoot
All right.
her arm off.
All right, here
Okay.
we go.
And deep breath.
Only a
Oh,
15,
okay.
unfortunately. So, boss, you pull up your heavy pistol, you take aim at Arya, and you try to fire in her direction, but unfortunately, the shot goes wide. And Arya just sort of shouts back, "What in the world are you doing? I am on your side." And, boss, you may roll me a concentration check, please.
Concentration. Bloop.
Mm-hmm.
In 18, I'm going to let you decide if that is enough. Personally, it did beat the DV, but based on the roleplay, if you still want to work for Yancha, that is entirely your decision.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, that's so.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, well.
Boss, you're a leader. Are you really going to switch sides like this?
Oh, man.
Are you really gonna turn into a final boss and defeat your previous team?
Oh, my God.
I mean, you're just trying to get out of my shit list. And all I want is the tech and boss. So, shoot your shot. And let's do this.
Oh, my God.
Oh. I don't know. She's making a really compelling argument, though.
Well, I'm gonna let you think that over. Yancha, it is your turn. I would say you have not only your sort of sword whip, but you also have probably a holdout pistol. If you wanted to take a shot at something, you certainly could. Just tell me what you want to shoot at, if anything.
What are my options to shoot then?
Well, you have the oncoming Demi and crew. You have Arya, and I guess if you wanted to go pure evil, you could just shoot Boss in the back.
Yo.
I'm not shooting boss in the back.
Okay.
I need her for myself. So, what's Demi's plan right now? To why I would need to halt her?
Well, let's see. If you aimed and you got a good shot on her engine block or on Demi herself, let's actually go to the charts for this one. Let's see. To hit Demi would be a 22. To hit her car would be a 20.
Okay.
I don't think you are ever going to actually land a shot on me.
Wow. The call out pose. Get your twit longers ready. God.
Okay. Well, I am here for one thing. Well, not one thing, two things exactly. And I am going to take an aim at Arya herself.
Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and roll to see what you get. Unfortunately, your shot goes wide as well. And at this point, Arya sees the writing on the wall and goes, "Okay, I see what is going on here. You are swayed by her evil wills. It is okay, I understand. But stop shooting at me!"
What a compelling argument.
Yeah, I know. All right, Alcove, it is your turn. You're probably about 50 some odd meters behind where Arya is. You're about 25 meters to where Boss and Yancha are. What is your play here? What I would say, though, is Phoenix is still sort of bleeding out of her ears. If you wanted to fix that, you're gonna have to do a first aid on her before she croaks.
I don't have any first aids. Wait, so first aid is it's the skill plus what's that?
I believe it is, if I remember correctly, it is a tech.
I am not qualified to do that at all. Like, I have a 0 in first aid.
Well, you can still roll it.
Things worse.
You still roll it. It's...
for your education, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can roll education instead.
Oh, well, what it is it's one of those special things that if you don't actually have the skill, you can sort of still roll to... So you would still roll a d10, and then you would add the tech score to it. But it's one of those things that if your education is a certain level, your base skill is higher than usual. So what is your education right now?
3.
Okay, so you actually have a 1 in that skill.
Ah, okay.
So for you, it would be a 1d10 plus tech plus 1.
So will that auto add if I just click the thing if it's got the education at the right level?
I think it should, but if not, I'll check the roll to see if it doesn't.
Okay. Sure, let's try to stop someone bleeding out their ears.
All right, what I'm going to say is I'm going to offer you your own devil's deal.
Oh, good.
You can either fix Phoenix at the cost of Phoenix potentially losing an arm somewhere down the road. Or you can fix Phoenix where they're unconscious, but they no longer have to make death saves.
Will they have to roll to get themselves unconscious?
If they are
Not
unconscious,
unconscious?
they are basically out of the fight completely. But they would be stable. That's the key distinction here, is you can either sort of trade up their arm, where they're still in the fight, they don't have to do death saves, they're at 1 HP, or you save the arm, and you more or less make them comfortable as they go to sleepy.
How attached are you to that arm?
Bro.
Bruh.
Cybernetics, my dude.
Yeah, cybernetics, my dude.
All right, so what I'm hearing
I could
is...
put a deck in my arm.
Yeah, you could.
I
In the
misheard
rules,
that.
you
What?
could. All right, so what happens is, Alcove, you have a rudimentary knowledge of first aid. Like, you saw it on TV once. You're like, yeah, if I put the cotton swab here and maybe douse some rubbing alcohol here. And Phoenix, you're just like, oh, God, stop throwing it in my wounds. Stop it, for the love of all that is
God, the
holy.
rack wounds.
The burn means it works.
Oh, God.
So, Phoenix, you go to 1 HP. But for the rest of the encounter, unless you go down again, you're at a -7 to everything.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, so that is Alcove's turn. Arya needs to make a very important decision here. And I actually am going to say that Yancha, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Let's do 10.
A 10. Again, I will
Just like
roll in
me.
real life for dramatic effect. Interesting. So, Arya sort of reads the writing on the wall. She sees where this is all going. And she's going to reach over, detach her arm, throw it towards Boss, shout, "This is not over. You owe me one, you son of a bitch." And then Arya takes off running faster than any car could with her cyber legs that are probably also prototypes, but she effectively exits combat at this point. So Arya is gone out of combat, and Boss, you do have the prototype arm.
Catches the arm.
Demi.
High fives it.
It is now your turn.
Is Boss still working with Yancha?
Appears that way.
I don't know. I'm just gonna since they're not moving anymore, I'll try to do like just like kind of like how you would do to like parallel park, but just like the park next to them.
Okay. So you come to a screeching halt right next to them.
Mm-hmm. And,
Anything else?
I mean, they got what they wanted, right? And like now Arya's out of here, so I don't know.
What happened to the race, by the way?
Oh, they just kept going. Yeah,
They just kept going, yeah.
Just kept racing. So you started a race and then GG'd out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I guess now, like, are we still in combat? Like, is Yancha still trying to kill us?
That is a good question. Yancha, are you still trying to kill them?
Well, I got what I wanted. But there's another one that I want.
What?
So,
Wait, say that again?
Uh-oh.
I got what I wanted, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boss, thank you. You may hand me the arm.
Oh,
Whoa.
At this point,
hmm
I nod and hand her the arm. Here you go.
Okay. Now the other arm.
Okay. And so,
And by that, I mean your hand.
well, I figured that much, but.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And then I look at the others, and then look back at Yancha, and then I take her hand.
All right, and this is where I'm going to take over as GM. Yancha, if you remember that scene in, I think it was the second Batman movie, where he sort of just pulls a parachute and a little balloon comes sort of up and into the sky. What happens is the balloon deploys and sort of hangs in the sky, and then right on cue, a airplane comes screaming past and has a hook trailing from the rear of the fuselage.
Out of here?
Literally sky hooks you out of here with the arm and Yuma in tow.
Whoa!
And with Alcove, Phoenix, and Demi sort of sitting there watching them fly off into the sunset, that is where we're going to end Extra Lion's campaign.
Holy smokes!
Yo!
What? Wow, that did not go where I thought it would go.
Wow.
I'm disappointed. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Oh my god, am I a villain now?
Yeah, I think you are
Yup.
a villain.
Well, that's frustrating. I'm gonna use corpse set, guys.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yo, Yuri wins over all of us. What day is it today? Is it still
But I
Friday?
don't want to fight against the Yuri.
Oh man.
Oh, but yeah, I did want to say before we do after talk stuff, thank you so much, Yancha, for coming out. I really do appreciate it. I think it was a great surprise
Absolutely.
for everyone.
Ah.
Worked out well. Worked out well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm glad to be here. I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. I was expecting only that phone call, and I got like a full on like
You get the
I
full
became a
session.
full-on
You
character
can,
here.
you're like the full
You're
on
like a
actual
full-on-
enemy.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
so cool. It's so funny.
Yeah, I love it. So what did you guys think? Obviously, that was a condensed campaign, but was that a fitting end, or did you guys at least where I took it there
I
at the
mean,
end?
I have so many that I keep. This is
Darkest
scary.
Yuri timeline.
What was that, Heidi?
This can't end here. This cannot end here.
This cannot end here.
This can end here. I mean, I know.
Unless if there's like
I
an
mean, I
epilogue
saw
of some sort.
bells. I saw
Yeah,
bells.
let's do a little epilogue here. I guess I could throw that in. So let's cut to maybe about 6 months later.
Sure.
Obviously, Irie, Celadon, or not Celadon, Phoenix, Demi, and Alcove. You've managed to find a new place. It's nothing special. It's basically a glorified sea container down in Little China. But, it's a place to put your head down. And you sort of look on the scream sheet for the daily news. And what you see, because, of course, I love Yuri myself, what
Excellent.
you see is the front page article is this shot of Yancha and Boss holding hands on the deck of the supercarrier. And it's almost like a tabloid, like there's just a bunch of lines pointing to Boss going, "Who is this mysterious woman?" kind of a thing.
Whoa, this crazy ending of this visual novel.
But it's as you're sort of like looking at that and you're maybe going, well, what could have been with Boss? What happens is you all get a text on your agent that another job has come in. This time, apparently, you need to walk a dog, whatever that means.
Oh man, do we gotta go see a man about a dog?
Apparently. Oh, but there's your little epilogue. There's your
Yeah.
little epilogue.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh my gosh.
What do
This
you
was crazy
mean the
fun.
dog's named Daigo? I don't understand this.
Aw, Papa.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, this was really, really great. I
Mhm.
like the entire time I could see this being like a TV show or a movie or at least a manga. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
Yeah, good one shot.
I really like how there's like you like give us like a very like cinematic and visual description.
definitely.
Mhm.
It did meet my I guess when you first asked us in the beginning if we wanted to have more of a the role play aspect of it or if we wanted to have more of the combat aspect of it,
Mhm.
it did meet my like expectation of having more role play than combat.
Mhm.
There was still a sizable amount of combat, which was like cool for me to learn the system.
Mhm.
And from what like I did learn about the system, I only got a brief glimpse of the cool interface stuff that Phoenix got to do, but like I really enjoyed it. I
Mhm.
enjoyed this universe a lot.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's my side.
Cool.
How about the rest of you?
Yeah, what
I
about
mean,
everybody else's?
I really enjoy the combat. It doesn't feel, I mean, bad at all. Like usually I don't like that much combat, but in this system, I think it's fine. I mean, at least like the combats we had, like it's not like just like long sessions of combat. It's like more like combat interspersed with roleplay, and I think that's a very good way to do it.
It's not
and
as
yeah,
restrictive.
yeah, exactly. That's what the one thing I don't like about other systems.
I get that.
And yeah, I think I really liked it. I really enjoyed the system. I enjoyed our campaign and our mini campaign, and
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. So thank you all.
Anyone else?
I just need to upgrade my deck, man. Come on.
It feels like most of the combat for Phoenix was, I'm gonna try to jack in. Ow! I'm gonna try to jack in again. Ow!
No.
Now part of that
You're trying
was
to plug in the USB like in the wrong way and trying to force it to happen.
Right.
So, to be clear on that, the reason that happened is because in the jumpstart, I'm very limited on what enemy programs I can put into it. But with the full rules that are coming out, I can probably say that there's a hell of a lot more options. So that's not always just, oh, you run into a hellhound, bye-bye brain kind of a thing.
Right. I mean, the fact that I just kept running into nothing but black ice, like in the beginning, I'm like, this is not going to end well for me at all. Like, I could res my own, but come on.
Yeah, it's really rough net running with the jump start. But again, we have 7 days before the full rules come out. So
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
All right,
Hey,
Case, any thoughts from you, Case?
I'm kind of upset I couldn't like get out of that scheduling conflict with my work, so I couldn't be part of that big heist mission because I have all those implants I bought and then never did anything with.
Aww.
Other than that, it was pretty fun.
Cool. All right, so this is where I'm going to end the YouTube recording, but Twitch, stick around because we have to raid someone. So YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys had a good time with this, and see you later, Chumbas.
Yeah.